Don't watch that. Watch this. This is the heavy, heavy monster sound.
And g'day, G.I. How's it going, buddy? Pal, my friend, my brother. How are you today?
My brother from another mother. Hi, bud. How you going? All right?
I'm going all right. Going very well.
Yeah.
How's the week been with you?
Oh, look. Again, it's Groundhog Day. Days are falling into the next day. The weekend. I even forgot it was the weekend coming up.
Oh, you look forward to it so much. Look forward to it so much sometimes, and then it's over. It's in a blur, and you think, well, especially, I mean, you know, working at home. You're working at home, and can you pick your days? Do you know where you are? Do you know what's going on?
Nah. I understand how retired people now feel. You know, and the elderly. The elderly don't remember the day at all. But that's besides the point. But yeah, it just feels
every
like
day is a surprise for them, G.I.
Oh, is it a day? Oh, wonderful. Oh, isn't that lovely? Yeah, no, the Monday to Friday at the moment is becoming, you know, a blur. I have to sort of think and stop and look at the calendar and think, oh, what day is it? So just to remember what day of the week it is.
Yeah. Does it feel like it's just one long sort of holiday? It's a big weekend almost, isn't it? And like you just go to, you know, your desk to work and stuff every now and then.
Well, the thing is, it's going to be. I think a lot of people are going to struggle if they ever do get back to work. They have to put shoes on. I mean, who's worn shoes?
Pants and stuff.
Pants
and driving. I reckon there's going to be a lot more accidents, car accidents, like people out on the road again. Like, you know, a lot of people haven't driven.
Yeah, well, you're on the road, so there's a lot more accidents to begin with there to start with.
I'm a good driver.
No, you're quite correct. You keep telling yourself that part. But you're right, though, and I think that's going to be a real big issue when everyone actually starts to go back to the workplace. You know, you're going to have to get shirts made up. You're going to have to jackets.
Well,
the COVID weight.
I told you I ventured back into the office myself and have put on some pre-COVID business shirts and had to opt for the t-shirt and a jumper over the top. Yeah.
What's that? Hide the muffin belly.
Enjoyed. Yeah. It's more like a Vienna split. Hey, you're a big Harry Potter fan, aren't you?
I am big. I love all the Peter Potter movies.
Peter Potter. Have you read the books, or it's mostly the films?
No. I read all the books as well.
Because you lined up, like when it was on at the pictures and at the cinema and that, you actually lined up out front to like wait for the opening and stuff, didn't you?
No, not for the Harry Potter movies.
Oh, wasn't it? Oh, was that for the...
I've only lined up... I think I've only ever lined up for one movie in my life, and that was Grease.
Actually, I think we did the same.
Yeah. I think that was the only movie... And that was at the... I think, is it the Bercy or the Percy cinema in the city? I don't think it's no longer there.
Yeah, I don't think it's there either, yeah.
It was next to the Pancake Parlour.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
I can't remember what it was, but I remember the line... for the movie had gone around the corner and down the street, and we were
actually I was in Russell Street. I saw it in Russell Street.
Russell Street. That's it.
In Melbourne, and I actually lined up with a cousin and two of her friends, and we actually we didn't get to sit together. We were split up. We're only like 13, 14 or so at the time. So
So is that a double date for you?
No, not quite.
You and your cousins.
No, it's only one cousin and two of her friends. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I actually saw, because we were so far up the line, so close to the front, someone offered us $10, well, back then $10, back in the 70s, to jump in.
To jump in,
People weren't happy, but we let them in.
Yeah. Well, that's all right.
Yeah,
There's your popcorn.
We're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was popcorn. It was popcorn for myself and everybody else that was there with me.
Yeah. Anyway,
popcorn was only about $2.
Going back to Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, yes. Going back to Peter Potter.
There's some major characters in Harry Potter, obviously, and some that make a big impact. Now, one of them, and it's one that everyone sort of, I mean, I liked him at the beginning, but everyone hated him towards the end, and that's Malfoy, Draco Malfoy. Yeah?
Draco.
What do you
Not
think?
Draco.
Draco.
It's Draco.
You say Draco, I say Draco. You say tomato, I say tomato.
That's how he actually says it. He says his name is Draco.
He doesn't know how to say his name.
He does. They're all the same. They all call him Draco.
Anyway.
Even his parents called him Draco.
Now,
Draco. It's not Dracula.
Have you seen him now with the greased hair and stuff? He looks like it. Would you consider him a major character? Fairly, he's not one of the main ones, but relatively.
Oh, he's Peter Potter's rival.
He is the rival, isn't he?
Yeah, he's the rival. Yeah, he's.
Now, if
they went to school at the same time, they started at the same time, and they sort of fell on opposite sides of the fence.
Yeah, that's right. They started. Yeah, so that budding thing. Now, I can tell you that out of all the Harry Potter, you're making me say Peter Potter, Harry Potter films, right? There's about 19 and a half hours of Harry Potter film, right? And that's only episode 1. No. And that combined, right? 19 and a half hours out of, is it the 7 or 8 chapters?
8, because there's 7 movies, and the last one was broken up into 2.
Yeah. 19 and a half. Now, out of that, how can you, I won't even make you guess, but Malfoy only plays a part in 30 minutes of all of the Harry Potter films. Can you believe that? His screen time is only 30 minutes.
Yeah. Well, like you said, he's not a main character. He's there as a, I suppose, as a sidekick to the evil people.
Yeah.
But the main characters have always been the 3.
It has
Harry
been him,
Potter,
but I thought he was a lot more involved than just 30 minutes out of the whole 8 films.
No, because there's actual movies that he doesn't even appear in. He might even have just a passing moment.
No, he appears in all the
rather
movies.
Than an actual monologue.
I haven't even seen them all, and I know he appears in all the movies.
Yeah, but he's only just like a fleeting moment, like a passing by, like he gets beaten up or he does the beating up. So
yeah, no, I was a bit surprised by that figure anyway, by the stat. As you were, obviously.
Okay, that was a really great stat. You should become a statistician, maybe for the AFL. That was excellent. You obviously got nothing better to do with your life than sit there and take times on movies that you've only just started watching.
There are 37 seagulls in last night on the finals. There were 37 seagulls, and there's normally about 100 or so. So yeah.
Yeah, that's really great. Yeah, that's
no,
really
but to a Harry Potter nerd, that would be quite a substantial piece of information.
Well, yeah. If anyone really likes Draco, but actually, to tell the truth, in real life, Draco's a really nice bloke. Him and what's her name, Emma Watson.
Yeah.
They're still really good friends, and they sort of hang out together and everything like that. She said, she goes, it was really hard to sort of, once we got to know him and everything like that, and then we became really good friends throughout the movies and everything. She was quoted saying, at the end of after all the movies had finished, she said that he was such a nice bloke that to see the movies now in the way he acts during, she goes, I struggle to see that he was the little prick that he was.
I know he said that he sort of regretted it a little bit because, everyone sees him that way. He's gone from a little prick to a big prick, I suppose. But, I mean, where do you go from there? You get typecast. You're a prick. You're always a prick then.
Well, that's just the way it is in the end. But that's like the Game of Thrones. That Joffrey.
No, I haven't watched it. I told you we've been through this.
You didn't watch it.
I haven't seen it.
You didn't watch it. The young king that's in the Game of Thrones. Again, this guy here, magnificent, because people just hated him. In the streets, people started throwing crap at him, started hurling abuse at him and everything like that. But in real life, a really nice guy.
But similar to Karate Kid, in the first and the second, the blonde guy that chops his leg and all that from the
Cobra Kai guy.
Yeah, apparently he was the same. really, really nice guy. Didn't really want to play that part, and then they developed it later to make him a real prick. And apparently a really nice guy.
And as they always are. But I mean, that's one of the hardest things to do. Is actually everyone can sort of portray a good guy, but I suppose one of the hardest things to do is actually to become a bad guy.
Nah, it'd be easy.
Everyone wants to be it.
It'd be easy to be a bad guy. Come on.
I think you would be. I get that. For you, I understand you being like that. That's not for me. I couldn't do it. It's
It'd be so much of a stretch for you, G.I.
It is. I'm just too nice.
Yeah.
They call me Mr. Nice Joe.
You are too nice. You are.
I'm just a really nice guy. That's just the way it is. I couldn't see myself giving somebody, the stink eye, or putting a nail under someone's tire, or putting a pin on someo's seat,
or throwing things over the fence at your neighbour, or that sort of stuff. That's just not you. Spray weed killer on their prize flowers and everything like that. That's just not me. I'm not that kind of person. You wouldn't take up my suggestion with your neighbour. Remember?
I like my neighbours.
When we put up the extension to the fence, and we should have written in a wax candle a swear word on the back and put it up to here, so when it rained, that swear word would come up. You didn't want to do it. You're too nice. Too nice.
There's no point for that. There's no point to segregate. You've got to be nice. Actually, speaking of segregation, that's a good segue. Well done. Thank you very much for that.
Oh, that's right.
Have you heard about the Western Australia wanting to get out of the Australian continent? Well, I don't know how you can get out of the Australian continent, but no longer be part of Australia.
What? They want to separate?
Yeah, they're calling it Wagsit. W-A-X-I-T. Wagsit, apparently.
What are they going to build a wall? They're going to build a wall. Are they going to want a wall running all the way up?
Well, Trump's building it. Apparently, he's going to come over and give him an idea on how to build walls.
What do they want to exit?
Yeah, but it's true.
What do they want to exit?
I don't know. It's called a cessation group, apparently. They tried this 100 years ago, 1934 or something like that, where a group of 100 of them, Western Australia, huge population.
1934, 2000, that's not 100 years ago. It's only
approximately 100 years ago.
That's 64, 65 years ago. Yeah, go on, anyway.
In dog years, it's over 100 years.
Yeah. Oh, you're rounding up like we spoke about a while ago. Yeah.
Rounding up, that's right. The nearest 100. So they tried this many years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, better.
Yeah.
And they actually went to England to serve the paper to the Queen and say that we wanted to get out of the Commonwealth.
But what, become a separate country altogether, or what? Not fall under the Commonwealth, Australian Commonwealth?
Well, not fall under Australia. So become, I don't know, be called Western.
Australia.
No, not Australia. Just Western. You get rid of the Australian part. That'd be their name. But there's a little thing that they don't know, because apparently in the Constitution it actually states that it's the Commonwealth of Australia is insoluble, so you can't dissolve it.
Yeah. Okay.
But they've still tried to do it. Apparently, the Western Australians at the moment, there's a huge push. They had a like a poll or something like that, and they said like nearly 70% of West Australians want to get out.
But what's the benefit to them? What is the benefit to them? Do you know? Have they said?
Well, not really. They just said that apparently it's one of the hardest things to do is to go out, because England's finding it really hard, obviously, to get out of the...
Yeah, that's because they're idiots as well. They tried. They should have. Didn't join. They shouldn't have joined. It doesn't matter. But yeah.
But for Western Australia, it's even harder, because then you have to start up your own army, because you have to protect your borders, because you no longer can lean on the Commonwealth.
No,
support.
That's right. Well, yeah, you'll find South Australia invading them.
That's right. It'd be the
Northern Territory.
Shaw's Independence.
Northern Territory be charging their borders. Geez, even Tassie might get up and relocate to Western Australia.
Norfolk Island apparently has got eyes on Perth. So,
King Island and that.
but yeah, because you actually then set up health insurance, you got
money,
social security,
coins,
all that
mint,
crap.
the whole thing. No,
So I think it was driven by what's his name, Clive Oil, Palmer,
Clive
Palmer.
Palmer. Yeah. Look,
Palm oil. I was thinking.
I can understand if it was South Australia. I don't think anybody would complain. But no, Western Australia. It's a big area.
It's beautiful. Well, it's got a lot of things going for it. Like it's got all the mines. It's got well, that's it, just the mines. I suppose it's not just. What else are you seeing in Western Australia?
Maybe they can go over to Rottnest Island or something. Just all live there. That'd do.
Well, apparently, they're thinking of moving the capital to there.
Okay.
So again, give them that sensation that they're part of the continent type of thing,
Well, they have produced. They've produced one of the world's greatest female athletes in Sam Kerr over there, Western Australia.
That's only because her brother Daniel Kerr was a sports person first of all, and then she got.
That's not the only reason. She's an out and out champion. She's the best female athlete on the planet.
It's because her brother first of all played football and broke the barrier for her. That's what it was.
Yeah, he broke the barrier for female footballers.
And a nose, and a cheekbone, and a jaw.
Well, we're talking about stupidity in different states, and this goes for a company, Woolworths. Apparently, in a couple of locations in Sydney, New South Wales, they want to go cashless, GI. No cash.
Cash?
When you go to Woolies, here, no cash. There's no cash here.
No cash?
Jono? No cash.
No cash. No cash here.
Now,
really?
being of ethnic persuasion, GI, and one who favours the monetary exchange when purchasing goods and handing over the good old spindoolers, how do you feel about that?
I'm not happy. I always find that you're a person of wealth or a person of knowledge when you have cash in your wallet.
Yeah.
And I've really struggled these last few months where I've had no cash in my wallet because we've gone cashless.
That's it.
Right? So the question I beg to ask is, if Woolworths decides to go cashless, what happens to all the old people who only have cash?
Well, that's right. Yeah.
In the society where we've gone tap and go, most of these people don't own a credit card.
That's not just Tinder we're talking about, tap and go, but like with the cards and that.
It sounds like a New South Wales Premier. Apparently that's why she got in trouble. She also she got tapped and then went.
I think she tapped it.
So
went.
she got tapped by ASIO. Well, he got tapped by ASIO.
But with the card, do you feel like you spend more and you don't? There's less concern or less worry, because when you hand over cash and you go, that's $10. You go, $10 for a cup of coffee. Oh, all right. Well, there's 10. But they don't even tell you now. You just got to swipe and off you go with your coffee. And it could be a $30 coffee, and I don't know.
Well, they ask you, do you want a receipt?
No.
I always say yes, and then I say no. So I get them to print it.
Yeah. I always do that at a petrol station.
Yeah. I always like that. But you're right, though. You don't realise how much you're actually spending.
Yeah.
With the credit card, just to tapping and going. So, and I mean, Woolworths to do something like that. Are they planning just to go online purely?
Just all cash. Yeah, just so they say it's quicker in the metro to get in, get out. Go there, slap, bang, out.
Okay.
Which is a bit like Gladys Barrow-Jekyllin as well. That was her theory.
Well, I mean, you've got to love Gladys, don't you? She's her boyfriend for 14 since 2014 apparently.
Maybe 2013. Couldn't remember.
Huh?
Could be 2013. Can't remember. They said.
What? They've been together?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
They're not sure.
I was asking the question the other day. Has she ever been married, Gladys?
I don't think so.
She hasn't got a family or anything like that on the side? Because apparently he did.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, apparently he was married.
Oh, no, I know she's not currently married. I don't believe she has children. We could be wrong, but the Haberdashery show, Geo, as you know, we've never based it on facts of any
Facts,
sort.
that's right. There's no point trying to figure out if it's facts or not, because in here, I guarantee you, facts plays second fiddle. Absolute second fiddle.
If we believe it, then you're halfway there. Don't worry about it. Yeah, if we convince.
That's what you want, though. That's what you want. Well, she was saying that apparently all her friends and everybody in the at the party only found out that they were having an affair when she fronted the commission. Before that, everyone didn't know. No, no one. Apparently, it was a huge surprise, even for the reporters, the political reporters.
Well, that's not really their business, is it?
Hang on, she's the Premier of New South Wales. Don't you want to know who she's sleeping with?
No, I quite the opposite. I actually don't want to know.
Do you want photographs of who she's sleeping with?
Who she is, who Dan Andrews sleeping with. I don't care about
why
any of the others. No, the Chief Minister of the Northern Territory. No, that's not my concern. They can do whatever they want.
Well, this is a perfect example of why you need to know who they're sleeping with, because this is what's happened.
Oh, yeah.
Her boyfriend has turned around and cash for visas. He's done. Number one. That's just number one. The other thing, he's done property deals with China.
Yeah.
This guy's a dirty dog. And he was absolutely getting all it.
The whole issue isn't that he's been sleeping with Gladys. It's because he's been trying to maybe use her influence. And I don't mean pillow talk. I meant, like business deals and stuff. So, but he's saying that he never disclosed anything to her and she didn't know anything.
The tapes say differently. The tapes say differently. They actually do.
From the Redfern Motor Inn, is that what? You're a Chinese ambassador! You're a Chinese ambassador!
Call me Wang Feng! Call me Wang Feng! But it's true, though. I mean, you've got to know who these people... Unfortunately, you're leading the state, you're leading the country. You're held at a different level.
Look, they have to declare if there's conflicts of interest and stuff, but other than that, let them go.
Well, I think that there's a huge conflict of interest there between her and her boyfriend and the Chinese government.
Well, no longer boyfriend; they're no longer together.
Well, the Chinese government's still with her.
Well, yeah. So is Maguire and the Chinese government, yes, but not Gladys and Maguire.
Are you saying that they've gone on hiatus while this is all happening? They've ceased seeing each other?
Yeah, apparently she pulled a pin a month ago, just before the inquiries.
She sent him a text. Can't see you anymore. She gave him a Dear Gladys letter.
Yeah.
Dear Daryl.
He said, get the ECAC out of here.
Dear Daryl, thank you for your time, but unfortunately, we are going to have to call a stop to this. We can't be seeing each other anymore. Apparently, it's become too public. Thank you, Gladys.
Hey, listen, on the road, when you're driving on the road, right, and I've seen the way you drive, like with cyclists, do you find, do they become annoying to you, or do they take up too much of the road, or are you okay with the cyclists?
Oh, no, I don't like the cyclists on the road.
And I'm always worried that I try not to get close, but sometimes when they pedal and they go side to side, you think, oh, they're going to bang into the car and they're going to get hurt, and I'm going to get blamed. And I don't like driving near cyclists.
You know, there's a rule in regards to overtaking cyclists. That you've got to be 1.5 meters clear of the cyclist.
Yeah, they changed that. It's 1 metre in one circumstance and 1.5 meters in something else. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, but they can't ride two abreast either. That's apparently the law.
I don't know. I can't tell from behind.
Well, the reason I say this,
I can't tell if they got breasts or not.
You're coming up from behind. You never know.
You just can't tell.
You won't. I can tell you.
It's the only way. You see him swaying as they're pedaling. That's how you know if they're male or female.
They are in
because the sway's a bit lower.
Yeah. Anyway, in Sydney, again in New South Wales.
Sorry, what were you getting at? Yes.
A man's in hospital after he had the tip of his finger bitten off by an angry cyclist.
Who? Another cyclist or a car
another
driver?
man, a driver who threatened the cyclist with an axe. Now, this is why another reason to avoid cyclists. Here's some guy threatening a cyclist with an axe. Cyclist gets off. They get into a punch-on, bites his finger off, ends up in hospital. And he had an axe.
No way.
That's how crazy this cyclist was. Stay away from these cyclists. I mean, you have to be crazy to wear that lycra.
You need to have the real tight lycra, the super holding the stomach lycra, holding the chin lycra.
That's called gaffer tape.
All the other saggy parts as well. But did the driver have an axe to grind or something?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why he had an axe, but he went at him. They went at him with an axe, and
I was going to say, what's the driver doing? I thought the thing that you'd actually ask the question would be, what's a driver doing with an axe in his car?
Oh, I don't know whether it was part of his job or not, but that's what they went at each other. Well, he went biting him. The other guy came with an axe, and he won up.
Yeah, but hang on, that's not something that you would just hang on and think, let me just grab the axe out of my car, even if I'm a worker. That's not something that I would have in there, regardless of what the situation would be.
Bullshit, you're Sicilian. You are Sicilian. Of all the people, anyone that would pull an axe, it'd be you.
Well, not an axe, a knife maybe, but not an axe. Seriously. Nothing childish like an axe to be brought
not
up.
One of those things
fight.
From Game of Thrones with the big,
Battle axe.
Yeah.
The old battle axe. Isn't that what they called older Australian women? Battle axes?
Battle axes. We used to call a teacher a battle axe. Yeah. Not nice, is it? I don't know why.
No, it's terrible. It's a derogatory term, I'd say, for the older women.
No, this was the 70s. It was all right. It was all right.
Oh, it's okay. Slap on the ass as well.
All right in the 70s. That's when we had lead paint, asbestos, all that's good stuff. Smoking. Yeah.
When women started work, it was always the hot. Nice to see you, love.
Where the hell were you working? Did you see?
I was at the hot factory.
Who did you work for?
It was a horn factory.
Betty Hill.
I worked in the bike horn factory. He just went
the what?
The bike horn factory. That's what they did.
Oh gosh,
Mr. Dan Andrews, are you a fan or not a fan?
Oh look, I should explain about this. I wouldn't take his job for wouldn't have his job for quids, but to me, he's doing the job he needs to do. So yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't think not everyone's really happy with him. You've got the Liberal opposition and everything like that. They tried to do the vote of no confidence just recently, which fell through.
Mm.
You know, the 23 to 44 apparently the vote was. But
does that mean O'Brien's out the door for stuffing that up or not?
No. It just means that it's just next week he can do another one if he wants to. But unfortunately, the way things are going, people are starting to get jack of obviously this lockdown and everything like that.
Well, yeah.
And I can't see Dan the man lasting the next election.
It's a tough one. Obviously, Dan Andrews, Premier of Victoria, who's forcing the lockdown. Not forcing, well, in his...
But I can't see it, though.
Him and his cohorts. Well, him and his table of merry men. And he's getting this information from people. Has he done the right thing? Look, to me, he has. Has it dragged on? Yes. Is he sticking to his guns and making sure that we don't take a backward step? Yes. Is that wrong?
But that's the question, though. Hang on. But that's the question. Is it now that he's sticking to his guns because he's trying to do the right thing? Or is he sticking to the guns because he said that that's what he should have done at the start and never did, and now he's trying to prove a point? You know, that stubborn European logic.
Whatever it is, it's still sticking to your guns, so it doesn't matter. He's sticking to his guns for whatever reason. He's doing it the right way.
For the right or wrong reason.
Right way. He's doing it the right way. Don't you think?
I'm telling you. But his merry men have sort of gone by the wayside over the last few weeks. He's lost a few.
To drop off and pull the pin, and they've got the memory stick's been deleted on a few of them, haven't they?
Yeah, all the phone messages now starting to go into the ether.
Yeah.
The mobile phone's been snapped in half.
Well, it's like Maguire.
Daryl Maguire.
Yeah, he said he conveniently broke his iPad and a memory stick by running over it with a tractor on his farm.
Four times.
He fell and a tractor ran over it. Yeah, 4 times. And the bloke asked him, did you do it 4 times? And he goes, no, just people coming in and out. Oh, yeah. How
he just
convenient.
Reversed back over it, drive forward, reverse back over it, drive forward. But I can see the next, when it comes to the next elections, he won't be there, Dan. He'll disappear. I think James the man will be the new head of the party.
Who?
James.
Molino. Nah.
He's the only one that's going to be left.
I tell you who should run. Brett Sutton. What a champ. I love the guy. Love him.
He's a popular boy, isn't he, Brett Sutton?
He is.
He really is popular.
He's a handsome man. It's when he's got the beard and stuff. And
But the problem will be, though, if he ever decides to go into politics proper, because what he does is he's got a pseudo position at the moment. He's not real. It's not a real position.
No. Well, he's part of the public service. Yeah, he's not. He's a chief health officer. He's not part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Mickey Mouse position. It's sort of like, my cousin came along and you become chief health officer. That's a position here.
That I just hand out. He's a professor for a start. He has got the qualifications. You don't get elected to those positions. You earn that role. So he's earned that role twice over with this pandemic. I can tell you that. Qualifications.
Anyone can print out a qualification. I mean, if you come into my study, I've got one from Melbourne Uni. I've got a law degree.
And you're a driving instructor.
That's right. I'm also a film director.
And I see, and recently there's an addition, a surfboard. You've gone into surfing as well, have you, behind you?
What do you mean, got into? I've always been a surfer. I'm a surfer from way back. What? Many years ago, mate. Many years ago, when I graduated, I was given lessons by my wife.
Oh, yeah.
Down at, what is it, Ocean Grove?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was given lessons. It's magnificent. It's quite
one of the best things. How's that going for you?
Around with a surfboard.
You beachcomber you? How's all that going?
Not anything. Been to the beach. I've forgotten what sand is like. I have to go in the backyard and spray paint my backyard yellow.
Obviously, it's the sun's bleached your hair as well. You've been out, you surf so much.
Well, that's one of the things that I had to do while surfing as well, was remove the hair because, of course, it caused a bit of water restriction as you went through the water.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Yeah.
So you just cut that down. It's sort of like the Mean Machine in the Olympics.
Have you?
Same thing.
Have you think you may have ever seen a fish big enough to be a shark in the water while you were surfing?
Well, I did think that I did get upset, a bit excited once while I was actually surfing, and I thought I did see a shark, and I started to get really panicked. But it was just this woman swimming with a child on her back, just sort of surfing.
You know how
surfing,
we look underwater, things seem to be a bit more enlarged. If you've got goggles on, especially.
No, that's just normal. Oh, sorry. You're saying that it looks normal, it looks large.
Not at yourself, at a distance. Yeah.
Well, and then don't forget, as a surfer, you still got to wear a wetsuit as well.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, you got to slip into that wetsuit, and apparently, one of the little tips that the instructor gave us was that because the ocean's so cold and everything, you're supposed to pee inside the wetsuit to warm yourself up. Well, I took it that one step further one day, didn't I? Just can't do anything right.
No, you just can't do anything.
That's amazing.
Hey, talking about jobs.
The ocean anyway.
Well, true, yeah. It's all, you get washes away. The seawater clears everything. Talking about jobs, I also saw something on TV. It was about a young bloke. Now, he says he's been struggling to get a job for a number of years. He puts in so many applications. He always gets knocked back. Doesn't know why. It's a bit unsure. He tries hard. He's a good worker. His dad says, look, he's a good worker. He's worked a couple of times.
Where's your son?
It's not my son. He said he's worked a couple of times at his dad's cafe and stuff, but wants to get a better job, a good job, but doesn't seem to go anywhere. Now, this is how he dressed, and this is what he looks like. Now, it's hard to give a job to a punk, GI. Someone who, the hair that's mohawk,
Why?
the black streaks down the face, the dog chains, all the piercings and stuff. It can be a little difficult, and this is in being realistic here, GI. It's not fluffing stuff. It's hard to give someone a job like that.
I've seen people dressed up, some women with that many piercings all over their faces and everything like that, working in
a tattoo parlor. No. Working in off your tree where they sell bongs and stuff.
Shop fronts and things like that, depending what they are, because it's very fashionable.
In a punk dress
tattooed,
shop.
Tattooed all over their arms and bodies and things like that. That's just part of normal society at the moment.
No, I disagree.
Why is it? Why are you judging a book by the cover?
Absolutely.
Is that what you're telling me?
Absolutely.
That you wouldn't hire someone like that?
No. Nope.
Why?
Why? This guy is potentially going to be the front of my business.
He could be the best talker and best person that you've ever met in your life. As in, personally, that person inside could be of a beautiful spirit.
Absolutely. Could be.
And you're not going to give them the chance because they look like that? That's just a statement.
It's terrible, isn't it?
Together.
It's terrible, isn't it?
I'm shocked that you're like that, actually. I didn't think that you were like that.
I'd give him a job.
I thought you were a man of value.
I'd give him a job in another position, not necessarily customer facing.
Oh no, I'm just.
But he's
and you
like
know
that.
that's against the law.
He's struggling. He's struggling to get interviews and a job. Now, what he's done is, as an experiment with the TV show, that they cleaned him up a bit, put him in a nice shirt, and he was getting interviews left, right, and centre. At least he was getting the interview. Before, they wouldn't have a bar of him. Wouldn't have a bar of him. Now,
but so then, as a society, are we good or bad?
But look, it's unfortunate that you have to look at that and rely on the person's looks. But when the job entails getting people to come into your business, especially if it's a customer service job, it makes it a bit difficult because it can be a bit confronting. All right.
So, as society, then, are we doing the right thing for these people? Should we be more tolerant of these people?
Well, can these people, as you say, GI, right? Can they be able to conform a little bit better, more?
But why? Why do they need to conform for? Why is it?
So they can be employed.
Situation of the world.
So they can be employed.
But isn't the whole situation of the world is to be individual rather than being a drone?
No, who said that?
Everyone says that. Life says that.
Who said what? Don't be a drone. Be individual. Be yourself.
Yes, Be yourself.
You can do that, but there are concessions that come with that.
No. They're not. They're concessions. There are self-help books that say be yourself. There are actual courses that you take that tell you how to be yourself. But they're
written by people who won't be able to get a job and have had no other choice but to write a book and try and get some income that way.
So you're telling me that life is wrong then? You're telling me that the rest of the world is what they're offering is wrong?
I'm not saying
I can't believe it.
No, I'm not saying that's wrong.
I can't believe it. Okay, I'm shocked to hear all this from you.
Are you?
Yes.
Why?
You're a leader of our society. You're a pillar of our society. And you are this racist.
I'm not a racist.
You are a racist.
No way. In any stretch of the imagination am I racist, G.I.?
You are totally a racist. You wouldn't hire a punk.
No, I didn't say I wouldn't hire a punk. I never said I wouldn't hire him.
You did. 2 seconds ago you said you wouldn't hire him.
In a customer service, in a customer-facing type role, it would make it very difficult, I said.
Well, you shouldn't be, like I said, you shouldn't be judging a book by the cover.
I'd put him on as happy to put him on as a forklift driver, as a warehouse person, as a... Security, as someone who works in the dark, in a roof where no one can see him, on top of a tall building. Happy to employ him in that situation. But would I
half of a cow costume?
Would I put him in a childcare centre at the registration desk and welcome him committee? No. That's all I'm saying. No, I wouldn't.
Why? I'd have him as a kinder teacher. Kids will go home with nightmares every night. We waking up during the night going,
you could employ him
no.
1 day a year. You could employ him Halloween. That's it. Then, you got a 1 day contract, mate, then you're out.
That's not that far, actually, Halloween. That's just around the corner, so you might have a chance.
I know. There's a chance for him. I know. Now, G.I.,
but go on.
Tell me.
I was just going to say that with this young guy sitting, this punk organising his interviews and everything like that,
yep.
I mean, would you sort of prep him and everything for his interview? Would you help him along?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'd be more than happy. I would actually ask him... Yeah, we're not telling you not to be individuals. Be yourself, of course, but you have to make a bit of a concession for you to be able to get into employment. And from then on, work yourself forward from there. Okay, I know, punk it's a lifestyle, and it's fine. Go with it, but tone it down a bit. Get a job, all right? Maybe introduce it a little bit at work, a little bit. Maybe you can work up to another job and eventually work towards something that you want to do. And I think he wants to own a punk clothes shop and operate his own sort of thing. So work towards that. But get some experience and then build yourself up. That would be my talk to him, G.I. Now, is that okay with you?
Well, that would be fine. You'd have to give him some buzzwords, though, wouldn't you? I'm a big fan of buzzwords.
Buzzwords, yeah.
Yeah, well, in interviews and things like that. So when you go and interview, there's always those special key words that employers want to hear.
There are,
yeah. Yeah, especially people like you, non-conformists and things like that would want to hear the right word from people rather than individual words and everything like that.
I'm not a non-conformist.
But do you know that there are some words that you shouldn't say in an interview?
Shit.
Apparently. Well, there's one.
You shouldn't swear,
the F
usually.
word would be another one.
Who? Yeah.
The F word would be another one.
You shouldn't really swear in an interview, but no. Yeah.
No, you should swear. But you shouldn't also say, apparently, content, the new normal, fake news, going forward, and one of the worst words, apparently, in an interview is awesome.
Awesome? Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah.
So someone comes up to you and says, tell me how good is your experience? Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, that's a good point. I wouldn't say that.
How'd you find your last job? Well, it was awesome.
Awesome. So I just wanted to let you know, I want to give you a couple of hints, and especially everyone else out there, the current buzzwords that are going around at the moment. All right? Go. A green swan.
Hang on, I want to write. Green swan?
Green swan. You know what a green swan is? And this is a very apt kind of word going around at the moment.
What's green
is
swan?
An unexpected event connected with climate change.
A green swan?
Which has serious financial consequences for economies across the world.
It's easy to say green swan.
Is that an acronym?
Yeah, I think each letter then meant, was part of that sentence.
I've never heard of it. Apparently, that's green swan, yeah. And the other one is smize. Have you heard of smize?
Smize or smize?
A smize. S-M-I-Z-E.
Smize, no. Tell me.
Smize. Apparently, it's smile with your eyes.
Why can't you just say smile with your eyes? I mean, everyone does it now with the masks, but smize.
I've never heard of it. I'm not telling you. It's just apparently smize is another one, and another one that they use now is apparently is supposed to be an acronym of sorts. Is BAME, B-A-M-E. Apparently, you're supposed to. It's the Black Lives Matter situation. That BAME is Black Asian minority ethnic.
BAME or BAM. Okay, BAM.
BAME. Yeah, apparently a term used to refer to people who are not white. Now, isn't that racist?
But why can't you include white in there? Can't you just say, it doesn't matter?
Because it doesn't work, because then it'll be BAM work.
I know a lot of words that are being used are like unprecedented, but that's been overused. Oh my goodness! Oh, these unprecedented times.
One of my pet hates is unpack.
Unpack, yeah. Unpack.
It's just.
I use 100% a lot. 100%.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. I just do.
I use amazing.
But here's a good one: lived experience.
Lived experience, yes.
Yeah,
I like that.
It's a lived experience. So not I've done it, or what I've been doing. It's a lived experience.
Isn't there another word for it as well? Isn't it like historical?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Lived experience. No, that's right. Another one. Brand identity.
Brand identity. Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
That's a big one. Apparently, that's really huge in the buzzworld. Buzzworld.
Hey, what you know what I want to do now is
what's that?
We normally, like in our previous show, we did a top 10. Do you remember the Haberdashery show?
Yes.
Now,
always.
We thought, last week we brought back What's My Gripe?
Yeah.
And we had a few good responses, and I'll actually go through some of those responses shortly. So a few people have sent some stuff into their gripes.
A few gripes.
Yeah, so we'll go through their gripes as well. But what we're going to do, GI, is go to our top 10. Here it is. Now, our top 10, GI, for this week. Now, it wasn't meant to be the Royal Melbourne show. We've just gone past when we should have had it. And they had a lot of show bags that you could actually buy online.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You could actually buy them online. There's nobody at the show, but you could get them online. Anyway, so what we thought we'd do, Gio, we got together and we thought, well, let's get our own Haberdashery show bags.
Yep. I'm happy with that. We'd do it. We've done our top 10 show bags. I think we've come up with a pretty good list.
We've come up with an excellent list, GI. And
do we have to put a monetary value next to it as well? If we're going to sell these bags online, I mean,
like the Birdie Beetle bag is only $2.
The Birdie Beetle bag.
The Birdie Beetle bag, but you only get one
$3
Birdie Beetle in a Birdie Beetle bag, don't you?
You get a Birdie Beetle. You get a large Birdie Beetle, a small Birdie Beetle, and medium-sized Birdie Beetle.
And a Birdie Beetle bag.
And the Birdie Beetle bag.
Yeah.
It was only a little Birdie Beetle bag.
It's good to say Birdie Beetle bag, isn't it?
It's hard to say Birdie Beetle bag.
It's hard to say Birdie Beetle bag a number of times, but Birdie Beetle bag is easy to say. Yeah. Now, the Haberdashery bags. Yes. So, coming in at number 10, GI, we have got a conspiracy bag. Yeah. In the conspiracy bag,
yep,
there's an invitation to protest. There is a Facebook link to someone who is deep within the government or within a hospital or knows a scientist.
Yes.
There's a confession from Bill Gates about all this COVID stuff.
Yes.
There is a how to vote for Trump card. Yeah. There's a curfew excuse bag. So whenever you're pulled over, you can. I don't know. This is why I'm here. There's a good book in there, and this is an idiot's guide to legislation, because every idiot has become legislation.
Because everyone knows their legislation when it comes to not wearing a mask and the reason why things aren't happening. Yep.
There are shares to the Chinese 5G towers.
And they cause COVID. Yep.
There are Simpson episodes in there as well that refer back to all these things that are happening as well. Because the Simpson, ahead of their times, apparently Matt Groening has gone back in time and come back, and that's how he wrote Simpson episodes. There is no hand sanitizer and there is no mask in those bags.
Yeah, but the bag is a brown paper bag.
Yeah, it's just a brown paper bag.
It's just a brown paper bag. Yeah, and you missed one though. There's also a subscription to a Facebook page to post all your theories on. You've got to have
that's right.
You got to have a Twitter account. So when you run the gauntlet, you automatically start posting all these things and saying, "See, I got away with it. There's nothing real."
That's right.
Coming in at number 9 of our show bags that we would sell online. We still have money next to this anyway. Is a curfew bag. Now, as we know, we were in curfew for such a long time, and the possibility could be that we can come back into curfew if things get pretty bad. So we thought a bag for curfew. So in the bag, you'd have a mask, a hand sanitizer, a black ninja outfit that you have so you can escape out of your house
at night. After curfew.
Yeah, a bottle of booze to help you through those lonely nights. A glow stick to help you to see outside. COVID hotel security guard's phone number for Uber deliveries. Because you got to get food delivered, but they'd probably be, securing a hotel. Yeah. A Netflix subscription.
Yes, you need that.
Batteries for everything.
You do batteries. And
2 blow-up people or dolls. Just so you can have a party. Yeah. You can have a party. Organise yourself, someone to share the evenings with.
Make it look like you got friends there. That's right.
Yeah, someone to take you to bed with as well.
Coming in at number 8 of our show bags is a COVID hotel security guard bag.
very, very apt.
In there, of course, there is a mask, hand sanitizer. Now, there's an Uber food delivery voucher. There's an Uber person delivery voucher in there. You get a high-vis vest with a do-it-yourself company name on the back. You can put your own name on there.
Yeah, that's it too.
You get name tags, somebody else's name on there.
It's an Anglo name.
You get an English translator app for the phone. You get a packet of quality Vietnamese condoms, and you get an alarm clock. You get an alarm clock to wake up the Uber driver for the next shift at the hotel security. Yeah.
And I think that's very apt. Very apt bag. Coming in, next bag is the Coles bag, also known as the bunker bag.
The bunker, yeah.
So in the bag, in the Coles shopping bag, which is how you sell it. Yeah. You'd get a mask, not a full face mask. Want a proper face COVID mask. Yeah. Hand sanitizer. They throw in toilet paper, paper towels, a packet of pasta. I mean, these are all things that we could get during the lockdown.
Yeah, well, this is
So you make sure that Coles is thinking ahead here. Obviously, flour and rice to go with it.
Now, this is all
in the bag.
These are the panic bags that happened there. That's why the Coles have gone, this will be good. If it happens again,
For the next time that they lock us down, we're going to have these bags at the front so people can just come in and pick one up. It's like the homeless.
you jump on the haberdashery. We'll send them out. We'll have them all. We'll have all these bags ready for you if you need a show bag.
And this will be at the low price of about $20.
Coming in at number 6 is the Victoria show bag, also known as a "Get Me Hell Out of Here" bag. Of course, there's a mask, hand sanitizer. There is a 1.5 metre pole for social distancing. There is a do-it-yourself work travel permit, so you can print that out, put your name in there, go anywhere you want.
Yeah.
We've got an aged care day pass. We've got now for the different areas, for the regional metro and for both. For regional, we've got a Miller flannel shirt. So you get a nice flannel shirt for go country area.
Nice to make sure you distinguish.
For the metro area, we've got a Palaco shirt. You can wear a nice business shirt. And
do you even know what a Palaco shirt is? For
tradies, yeah, it's a business shirt. And for tradies, you can get a high-vis top. That'll be for you guys. And you can get a prescription for patients. You can pop down to the chemist and fill that prescription, get a shitload of patients.
Yeah, you need patience. That's what they tell me.
Yeah.
Coming in number 5, a COVID-19 bag. Now, this is just straight out for the COVID. You can actually sell this all over we can actually import this overseas as well.
Oh, yeah.
So, in the bag, you get in a clear plastic bag, which has actually got the pharmacy name on it. You get a mask.
A mask.
Hand sanitizer. I mean, it's standard. I think all the bags are standard with mask and hand sanitizer, aren't they?
Except for the conspiracy one. No mask, no bag.
Yeah. Well, they don't believe in it anyway, so what's the difference? So you get gloves.
Yeah, need.
Nice gloves with the powder on it as well. So when you take them off, you mark every clothing that you have, every dark clothing that you have. A self-test kit with an extra long earbud to do your brain damage.
Oh, the nose. Oh, if you've ever had one done, it is so, yeah.
A tracing app. So it's not to run a pencil over your hand or anything like that. It's actually an app on your phone.
To know where you are, yeah.
Yeah. Some fake IDs. That's just separate to go with the COVID bag. Interchangeable license plates. So you can get in and out of the restricted areas.
And in and out of
James
Victoria.
Bond.
You can change it for New South Wales plates. Yeah, so yeah.
Yes, it's like when they say, "What are you doing in regional Victoria?" Hey, mate, I'm from Queensland.
Yeah, that's it.
Don't look at me. Yeah. And how to use Centrelink payments. Which is really important during that time, I think. I think a lot of people needs to have that.
Now, coming in at number 4, and this is one of my favourite bags, is the Professor Brett Sutton bag GI. I don't
think you're alone in this one, Funky.
In there, of course.
There's a lot of women out there.
In there, of course, you get a mask.
Yep.
Hand sanitizer. Now, you get a Brett
with his face on it.
You get a Brett Sutton face mask. And there are 2 of these. One's just him, shaved, and then one unshaven. So you got the beard. So yeah. You got the Brett.
I thought you was going to say one with the front of him and one with the back of him.
No. You get a personalised pillowcase. There's a print of Brett on the pillowcase. You can get a doona cover on there with Brett plastered all over the doona cover.
Standard on the podium.
You get a lock of Brett's beard that's been trimmed. It's in a little canister. You can hang it as a necklace. You can just carry it around with you if you like. You also get a life-size cutout of Professor Brett Sutton. Something to look forward to. And
you damaged, I reckon.
You get an entry into his little black book. You become an entry in his little black book.
So it depends whether you get 1 star or 2. I reckon that'd be popular with the women.
Oh yeah.
Coming in at number 3, the Dan Andrews bag. I've got to have Dan as well.
Oh, you got to have Dan.
You've got a mask and hand sanitizer, of course. That's your standard with the Dan bag.
Standard.
So you get a blue sports coat for bad news. You get a North Face parka for good news.
And weekend use. That's for the weekend part.
Yeah, for the weekend use. You get a phone message recorder because obviously he can't remember all his messages and phone calls that he made throughout this period. A CD of Shaggy's It Wasn't Me.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. A booklet of excuses, the same one as we had previously. A road map, one that actually works.
Yeah.
And a Men in Black neuralizer.
The neuralizer.
Just people forget. Okay, we didn't have COVID. Click.
Now, Deputy Police Commissioner, just look into this. Yeah.
Health Minister.
Look into.
I can't remember. What phone call?
Coming in at number 2 of our show bags, our COVID show bags, is the Glarus Berejiklian show bag, GI. Now, this is a beauty. This is a beauty. It actually comes, it comes in a Gucci bag. So, well, a fake Gucci bag. So, yeah. But it's got...
Made in China.
Made in Queensland. It's got a mask, obviously. It's got hand sanitizer in there. There are condoms in there, in case, you get tap and out you go. And you need to
tap on the head.
You need to talk business with someone. You're ready.
Yep.
You got a Tinder password. An account's already set up for you. So obviously it comes with the condom.
Swipe left.
Yeah. It also has a book of excuses. Separate section because there's a New South Wales section, and also comes with the Men in Black neuralizer as well.
Because no one remembers.
Can't remember. I don't know.
That's the whole idea.
Yeah.
So, coming in at number 1 of the show bags. Thank you, the rubber.
Yep.
Of course, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention this one, the Donald Trump show bag.
Obviously, Julie.
Yeah. In this one, comes with an orange mask for the Trump face. A hand sanitizer, standard. Fake tan.
Fake tan.
For everyone else to have a look at it, yes. Fake hair.
Yes, fake hair.
Fake COVID news.
Oh, it's fake news. Fake news, Gio.
It actually sounds like it. Fake ballot papers. It's just his name on it. So that he'd actually call that an actual ballot paper.
The postal votes are rigged, Gio. They're fake. Fake, not true.
Fake. And a fake partner. Well, because we don't know what Melania is going to be doing.
Well, which Melania is it? That's not the real Melania.
That's right. Well, the real Melania, please stand up.
Please stand up. Please stand up.
There you go. And there's our 10 show bags for COVID time.
Our top 10 show bags for you. That's a ripper, Gio. An absolute ripper.
Yeah, well, we should rip that up anyway. You're right.
Now, like we said, we did have a couple of gripes that a few people have sent in. So I just want to quickly go through because we're running out of time. Time flies when we talk bullshit on talk. Do haberdashery, I mean.
When people talk. Yeah. When people talk.
Now, Mark sent in a couple of these. Mark comes from Brisbane. So he sent a couple in, and he's got a few really good points here, Gio. And one of them is people who walk with their head down, looking at their phone, and don't look where they're going. Now, when we were free to roam the streets of the city and Melbourne and suburbs, people do that. They just wander around. Look up. Look what you're doing. Don't get so involved in your phone, please.
Yeah. We've become a real nation of the phone watchers, huh? Haven't we?
Oh,
doesn't matter where we are.
Yeah. Now, here's another one, Mark. Here's another one from Mark. He goes, people who are worried about privacy issues, and they go on and on about it with the COVID app. I'm not going to download that app. It's no privacy. I don't know if people know where I am, what we're doing. And yet, these are the very same people who document every waking hour of their life on Facebook and Instagram. Photos of food, photos of them on a bridge, photo in a park. Here's a leaf. Here I am doing it, and yet they whinge and bitch and moan about the safety and privacy act of a COVID app. Now, Mark, I'm with you on this one. These people need to get a grip of themselves, and yes, they are Karens. They are definitely Karens of this world.
I know they photographed their breakfast, their lunch, and their dinner, and posted and say, "This is what I've had." Who cares?
Yep.
I can't get out and have it. If I can't eat it, I don't want to know about it.
Here's another one from Michael. Well, Michael's a friend of the show. He's been watching and listening to the show for quite a while. He loves listening. And so, g'day, Mick. His gripe is this. Now, this may be a little controversial, okay? Because he's saying...
That's unlike us.
He can't believe how many kids these days have allergies. But allergies are not your genuine allergies like your nut and that sort of thing, but, something a little less maybe qualified in that it may be, a lot of people are gluten and it's only gluten intolerant.
Spit it out, will you?
They're not gluten intolerant, right, GI? They just get a little, puffy or whatever. They just want something. This is what Michael's saying. He goes, when they were kids, they really didn't think twice about eating some of the stuff. But he gets annoyed because all you see in stores are parents sitting there reading packets of the ingredients and the additives and the gluten and is it organic or is it there? He said he's had enough of that.
Yep.
He's had enough, he said. He wants to go a bit beyond. He wants to go past that. He's talking about when he was at school, his mum used to send him to school with just Nutella sandwiches. What he thought were Nutella sandwiches. But when he realised that his grandfather worked at the piggery and would come back with 2 buckets of essentially pudding, we'll say. It wasn't exactly Nutella he was taking to school. So I think his gripe is that he got ripped off and led to believe it was something else and that it wasn't.
Someone introduced him to Nutella a couple of years ago. He said, "That's
not
Nutella
Nutella.
looks like. It's not Nutella."
But this black pudding tastes a lot like that Nutella. Yeah.
Very good point.
Very good valid gripes. And Mark does have a few more. Mark from Brisbane. So we'll read out a few of those next week and a few others that have come through as well. So please continue to send them through. Now,
next week we might even have a gripe.
Well, we will. Don't worry about that. We'll have a gripe. Now,
You've got enough to gripe about.
Before we finish up, G, I just want to do a bit of a test with you because I found something online and it was talking about age. Now, this will relate to some of our older haberdashers, not so much some of the younger ones. But don't discount this information because you will learn a lot. Google some of these things, all right? So what I want to do, Gio, is throw up 2 situations to you, and it's got mostly to do with TV shows or celebrities, right? And I want you to pick...
I'm pretty good with TV shows.
I know, that's why I want you to... So I want you to pick which one is the eldest or which one happened first, okay? So the first
the oldest one.
Okay.
Which showed on the TV screens first?
So, no, well, this one I'll throw. What happened first? The Beatles split up or Jimi Hendrix and Janis Joplin passing away? Which one occurred first? The split of the Beatles or Jimmy and Janis passing away?
I would say Jimmy and Janis passing away. Really? The Beatles?
Beatles split up 50 years ago, G.I. Jimmy and Janis passed away 49 years ago. How's that?
Look, we're talking split P here.
One gut, it's against you, one cross, one down.
Split P.
Here's another one. Which one came first? The Thriller video from Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
Or Back to the Future, the first Back to the Future?
Ooh. I'd say the Thriller video.
Oh, bad luck. Back to the Future.
Really?
No, the Thriller, you're right. No, it was Thriller.
Was it?
It was Thriller. Thriller was 36 years ago.
Already? Wow.
Can you believe that?
36. I remember that. I stayed up for that.
I remember that too. Back to the Future, that was 35, so it was pretty close.
Oh.
Now here.
Geez, you're not giving much leeway between the two.
I know. Here's a close. This one's a bit of a difference. John Lennon passing away.
Yeah.
Or Saturday Night Fever being released.
Okay. Saturday Night Fever.
Yes. Saturday Night Fever did come out 42 years ago.
John Lennon would have been 80 this year.
Correct, yes, which is 39 years ago that happened.
That's right. I remember that. I remember we were having a chat about that one. Yes.
Now, which car came out first? The Corvette or the Mustang?
That's one for the other Frank that need to answer that one.
I know.
I've got no idea. I don't know. I'd go Corvette.
Again, right. 66 years ago.
Oh, there you go. See, look at that.
Mustang at 55.
I'm a car aficionado.
Now, this is a TV show. So there are two TV shows here. One is My Three Sons. Okay. Now, if you remember My Three Sons, it was in black and white. And there were triplets in that show. Okay.
Yes.
So we're talking about the age of the triplets. How old are they compared to Tabitha from Bewitched, which was another TV show that came out in the 70s?
Yes.
So
Tabitha would have been older.
Are you going with Tabitha?
I'm going with that. Tabitha going older.
Tabitha, the baby in Bewitched, would be 50. Well, is 55. The triplets from My Three Sons would only be 50. There you go.
Oh, there you go. See, I know my TV.
Quick one for you.
I know my TV.
Which one? Ed Sullivan Show ending or the Brady Bunch premiering? Which one, G.I.?
Brady Bunch premiering was the first one on the...
Was 50 years ago the Brady Bunch started. Ed Sullivan ended 47 years ago. I knew you'd know that one.
There you go. I know the Brady Bunch. I had a thing for Marsha.
Last one.
And Mrs. Brunch.
Last one. Which is the oldest? The Wizard of Oz, the film The Wizard of Oz, or the age of Elvis Presley? What would Elvis Presley, his age, be today? Is he older than The Wizard of Oz?
Yes.
Elvis Presley would be 84 and The Wizard of Oz
Yes.
is 80 years ago today. So
Yes. Because I think the Wizard of Oz was about 1930.
80. It's 80 years. 80. Yeah. 40.
Yeah.
1940.
1940. There you go. See, I know my movies, mate. I know.
You
And
know
Elvis.
those, Gio.
Please.
Now,
Nothing but a hound dog.
no, and he ain't no friend of mine.
That's it.
Anything left, Gio?
go
You
on.
got anything for us? Because we're about to wrap her up. Unless you've got anything else that you want to have a yap
I'm
about,
done and
Gio,
dusted, mate.
'cause
From this beautiful night.
it just flies along, doesn't it? These chats.
It's like I always say. Every time I talk to you, it feels like I'm numb. I'm numb. I'm really am.
And
It
each
just feels
time
like that I've just...
Talk to you, it feels like I'm just talking to myself.
That's what happens. Unfortunately.
Gee,
That's how we are.
Done, dusted. Another great Haberdashery show. If you are loving it, guys, please continue to jump on. Leave a message. Say thank you. If you've got some gripes that you want us to push out, the gripes. If you've got suggestion of any of the show bags that you have to jump on, leave them online on Facebook, Instagram, or just jump onto the YouTube page. You can leave comments on the YouTube page as well, GI. All we say is thanks for listening in. Spread the word, GI. Love you, buddy.
You too. I need to say a quick hello to Waking Ugly. I saw them in the bunker the other night. Very good. Geez, they're really good singers.
Oh, Waking Ugly, yeah, the band we have.
Up in Port Douglas. So very nice. So well done, guys.
I wonder if we can stretch this somehow, GI, to include some bands maybe on the Haberdashery show. What do you think? Maybe involve
That'd be
some
get
undiscovered...
a couple of them to brew a song on something like that on podcasting. Maybe even have a chat to someone overseas.
Undiscovered, unsigned. Yeah, maybe we can have a chat. We do have a... actually, we might come in with a report from the election.
An overseas
GI.
correspondence.
Our overseas correspondent, Fab, might be able to help us out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You can have a chat to him.
I think we might have to organise that.
Very good.
As always,
All right.
thank you to everyone. We'll see you all again next time on the Haberdashery Show.
Thanks for joining us. Good night. Showtime.